A boy and a woman have been injured in what police are describing as a shootout near West End High School. CB24's Steve Ryan joins us with more from the scene near York Memorial Collegiate. And once again, we're talking about another brazen daytime shooting.
And it is a shootout, Jamie. It was the exchange of gunfire between at least two suspects, according to police, one on each side of Keele Street near Donald, east side and west side. Shots were fired back and forth, and a 17-year-old was struck by a bullet. He was transported to hospital where he is being treated for his injuries. A gun was recovered at the scene, and an innocent bystander driving a vehicle was also struck. I'll show you, Albert's going to show you rather, her vehicle. It's that white Jeep. Now, there are two bullet holes in that Jeep, one on each side, and they're not through and through. There are two bullet holes at two different eye levels. So it certainly did, suggest early on that this, in fact, was some sort of gunfight. And as police have confirmed, this Jeep was being driven by a woman in her 30s, and she, unfortunately, was caught in the crossfire, and she was struck by at least one bullet that we know of, and she's been taken to hospital where she's being treated for her injury. So there is one suspect, or more suspects outstanding, rather. One is in custody. That is a 17-year-old, and the police are looking for at least one other firearm, and they are actively processing the scene, as you can see from our live shot. Now, we did hear from the Toronto Police Superintendent, and I spoke with a mom who was waiting for a couple of hours while her daughter was in school, locked down as a result of the shooting that went on. And here's more from the two of them. Let's listen.
At this point, no, the 17-year-old is not under arrest. The 17-year-old at this point is being treated as a victim. Someone else has been arrested. And like I said, a firearm has been located. There are two separate scenes at this point that were, that indicate that there was some sort of shooting or discharge between two groups. Video evidence does suggest and confirm that at this point. And like I mentioned, that's unfortunately the vehicle that was being driven by the victim, who happened to get caught in the crossfire.
She heard something that sounded like a gunshot. Her and her friends went running into the school, into the office, and that's when they had heard that someone had been shot. She says she saw someone get shot, female. Again, we're talking teenagers, so I don't know how much is legitimate, but she's scared. It's day 2 of school.
Another piece of evidence that the police will be seizing and analyzing is a magazine, which you can see just north of our location on the east side of Keele Street. And a witness we spoke to had said that when he arrived shortly after the shooting, not only did he see a man on the ground, he saw a person also being treated near the vehicle. And he pointed out that there was a magazine on the sidewalk. And typically, Jamie, a magazine comes from a 9mm Glock pistol. After it's discharged, you just discharge the magazine, and that'll be part of the evidence. Send it back to you.
Thanks for the update, Steve.